Okay, so hello sa inyo, no? Mga ate at kuya, ito po ang inyong kuya sa batas, si Attorney Mox, no? So good day, no? Good day, good day. Kumusta kayo? Kumusta kayo? Pasensya na, may kinda late na naman ako kasi dami kong sinishare ng mga files para po tayo magsimula po ating event today. Okay? Sana po ay nasa maganda po kayong sa kalagayan. Sana po ay nag-enjoy po kayo ngayon. Tuloy-tuloy lang po pa rin po natin yung ating banat today kasi of course marami tayong pwede pag-usapan and also mga latest cases na pwedeng applicable pang masa. Alright? So, welcome po sa ating event no, which is the Under the Law episode 40 kung saan po may tatlo po yung case po natin na mapapag-aralan po for today. Okay? So, tatlong case po papag-aralan natin dito. Just sit back and bilisan lang po natin yung ating event kasi maliban pa sa inaantok ako, yung marami pa akong gagawin. Okay? So, tatlo po yung case po natin. These are landmark cases. Hindi siya latest as in 2023 cases or 2024 cases, pero very applicable to sa panahon ngayon. Right? So, boss, nagsisimula na ako. Magpapahugas si baby. Go to your mommy. Go to your good evening, attorney. Hello, Princess Ginar. Hello, madam. Salam, Panyera. Right. So, case po natin, start po natin sa Acharon versus People. Ang simplified version ng kaso na to is about yung hindi mahilig magbigay ng financial or financial support. Ha? Ano? Hindi kasi magbanyo siya. Financial support. So, ano ba yung case ba to, no? If the husband refused to give financial support to his wife and child, can he be criminally liable? So, alam naman natin to. Alam naman natin na hindi lang po naglilimit po yung kasalanan ng isang asawa or ang tatay. Ayan. So, dito natin malalaman, no? This is the case of Acharon versus People. Very, very good case to. Okay. So, bago natin pag-usapan yung case to, balikin mo tayo dito. Ano bang story dito? Anong story dito? Si Acharon may at saka yung asawa niya na petitioner, kalimutan ko yung pangalan niya. But anyway, si petitioner, kinasuhan niya si Acharon. Once upon a time, si Acharon ay walang trabaho, wala, hindi siya nagtatrabaho. Now, dumating sa point na pwede na siyang mag-abroad. Ayan, nag-abroad. Nung nag-abroad siya, naghiram siya ng money sa kanyang godmother. So, 85,000. Now, lately, si Acharon, pag punta niya, pag-like sa ibang ayan, walang internet. I-check lang natin, parang walang internet. Sakto ba? Bakit walang internet? Ayun. So, sige, balik tayo. Now, ang issue dito, no, yun. Okay, ulitin ko yung case, no. Umiram sila ng money kasi gustong mag-abroad ni Acharon, tapos worth 85,000 sa kanilang godmother. Nung nakapag-abroad na si Acharon, ay, of course, sa Pizza Hut siya nagtatrabaho, then, nagpapadala siya ng money monthly. So, umabot from 85, yung out of 85,000, 71,000 lang yung nabayaran niya. Tapos, hindi na siya nagbayad. Now, pagkatapos nun, ilang araw, ilang months, nag-aaway sila to the point na hindi na nag-uusap si Acharon at saka yung nag-file ng kaso, ang petitioner. So, ano kinaso? No, siyempre, sobrang nahihiya na si petitioner, yung babae, kasi nagagalit na yung godmother sa na yung 13,000. 13,000 ba yun? 13,000 ata. So, sana ba yung 13,000 hindi ka na nagbabayad? Hindi nagbabayad ng asawa mo. Tapos hindi pa nagbe-message. Tapos, ang ginawa na lang ng wife is, pumunta siya sa court, nag-file siya ng financial support, no? Refusal to financial support. At saka, in fact, sabi pa doon, yung allegation niya doon is, si Acharon ay merong paramour. Meron siyang, kumbaga, kinakasama na babae doon sa abroad. So, yun yung mga kaso. Now, ano sabi ng Supreme Court dito, no? Ano nangyari? Of course, si wife is gusto niya ng financial support. So, hindi na nakapagpadala si Acharon. hindi talaga nakapagpadala si Acharon. Nor hindi siya nagme-message pag makauwi pa, hindi na makauwi, hindi pa actually makauwi. In fact, talagang wala. Now, dumating sa point na nakasuhan na si Acharon under VAUC. Ayan, Violence Against Women and Children, under economic abuse. Kasi daw, failure or meron daw failure of giving financial support sa wife and their children. Yun yung case. Okay? So, set aside, according sa Supreme Court, set aside yung issue nung meron siyang kinakasama, ka-live-in sa abroad, hindi yun kasama. Ang usapan natin ngayon is yung failure ni Acharon na magbigay ng financial support sa kanyang asawa. Ano naman ang depensa ni Acharon? Sabi ni Acharon, ako po ay nagbibigay ng suporta sa aking asawa at saka nagbabayad ako ng utang. Pero ang problema, so ang problema is nasunog yung bahay ko na vehicle accident pa no, na aksidente pa ako sa vehicular accident kung saan lahat ng inipon niya, ginastos niya ay binayad niya sa hospital. Kasi hindi naman pala daw, pinapirma daw siya ng bagong kontrata nung umabot na siya doon sa abroad. So, kung ano yung napag-usapan dito, iba na doon. In fact, maliit daw yung sahod doon. At saka hindi daw covered daw yung insurance. So, kailangan niyang magkayod. Wala siyang may padala. Now, the Supreme Court, ano ba desisyon ng Supreme Court, no? Ang tanong kasi ngayon is, kung merong failure, kakulangan sa pagpadala o pagbigay ng financial support ng isang asawa, meron bang liability? Meron ba siyang criminal liability? Now, according dito sa ating case no sa Republic Act 9262 or the VAUC law, ang haba-haba na ito, an act defining violence against women and their children, providing for protective measures for victims, prescribing penalties therefore, and for other purposes. It's a 2004 new law, Republic Act. Pero para hindi ko mahirapan, VAUC. Ayan na lang, VAUC or Violence Against Women and Children. Alright. So, ano ba ang mga saklaw nito? Bakit pwedeng makasuhan si Acharon? Bakit pwede? No? Kasi ito yung ginamit nilang basehan na kung saan si Acharon dapat managot. Ayan, sa batas. Alright, so ang una is yung economic abuse. Economic abuse refers to acts that make or attempt to make a woman financially dependent, which includes but is not limited to the following. So, if you can see here sa economic abuse, ito yung kumbaga financially dependent siya sa husband, no? So there was marami ito, no? Meron tayong withdrawal or financial support or preventing the victim from engaging in legitimate profession, pag pinipigilan ng husband yung kanyang asawang babae na magtrabaho, mag-business, no? Except kung ang business or trabaho or profession niya ay hindi kaaya-aya, for example, for moral grounds or invalid, ayun po, for example, prostitution, gano'n, hindi pwede yun. Yun, pinipigilan ng husband, bawal din yun. Deprivation or threat of deprivation of finance resources and the right to use and enjoyment of the conjugal community. Ibig sabihin, dinideprive, pinipigilan ng husband na gamitin at yung karapatan ng wife, no, na gamitin ang financial resources ng conjugal home. Next na naman na economic abuse is pagsira ng household property, no, aside in number 3. And number 4, controlling the victim's own money or properties or solely controlling the conjugal money or properties. Ito yung isa sa mga basihan. Meron pa tayong isang basis din, no? Dito, no, sa Section 5, still pa rin, Republic Act 9262. Ito sa Section 5, ito isa din sa basis din to, no, binibase bago natin pag-usapan yung case. Acts of violence against women and children. The crime of violence against women and their children is committed through any of the following. Section 5 to. Ito yung mga acts. So, kung makikita natin sa letter E, sa letter E, no, attempting to compel or compelling the woman or her child to engage in conduct which a woman or her child has the right to desist from conduct which the woman or her child has the right to engage in, attempting to restrict or restricting the woman's or her child's freedom of movement or conduct by force or threat or force, physical or other harms, or threat of physical or other harm or intimidation directed against the woman or child. This shall include, but not limited to the following acts committed with the purpose, ayun, of or effect of controlling or restricting the woman's movement or conduct. And sa number 2 under nito is depriving or threatening, tinatakot to deprive a woman or her children of financial support. Isa dito sa basihan kung saan ang husband pwedeng liable kasi dine-deprive niya yung kanyang asawa at ang kanyang mga anak ng financial support. So, nandito naman tayo sa I naman, check pa natin sa baba. Again, dito, causing mental or emotional anguish, public ridicule or humiliation to the woman or her child, including but not limited to repeated verbal and emotional abuse and denial of financial support or custody of minor children of access to the woman's children. Now, another naman, ano ba yung saklawan tong ay na to? Kasi makikita po natin dito, meron sinabi dito the denial of financial support. Kung nagdi-deny 62. So, paano nating mapalawak yung elements ng ating section 5I, no? Yung the denial. Okay, the offended party is a woman or her child or children. Ang issue dito and currently is the woman itself, the petitioner. Number 2, the woman is either the wife or the former wife of the offender, or has a dating or sexual relationship. So, pwedeng managot yung pwede kang managot sa ka-live-in mo. Alright? Or yung anak ninyo, illegitimate or non-marital man siya, liable ka pa rin under Republic Act 9262. Hindi po kailangan na mag-asawa kayo. Kung ka-live-in mo siya or may anak ka sa kanya, liable ka pa rin kung hindi ka magbigay ng financial support. Number 3, the offender caused on the woman's child mental or emotional anguish. Yung epekto nito actually dito sa child and mental or emotional anguish, this is so deep as in it will cause the woman to simplify is magdidepress siya, sasama ang loob, mapapahiya siya. Ang tawag namin dito dyan is the sleepless nights, the anxiety, ayan. So, syempre, yun, mental and emotional anguish. Then 4, the anguish is caused by through acts of public ridicule or humiliation, repeated verbal or emotional abuse, and denial of financial support. So, ano ang sabi ng Supreme Court? Yung fourth element dito is the denial. Ano ba yung denial? Dito sa yung sabi dito sa Acharon versus People, the court stresses that Section 5I of RA 9262 uses the phrase denial of financial support in defining the criminal act. The word denial is defined as refusal to satisfy the request or desire. Balikan natin yung case. Si Acharon, hindi niya pwede dininay o hindi siya nag-refuse magbigay ng financial support. Bakit? Kasi nga, nangyari kay Acharon, nasunog ang kanyang dorm or tinitirhan doon sa abroad at saka nadisgrasya siya kung saan gumastos siya sa kanyang pagre-recover at saka doon sa pagkasunog ng kanyang tinitirhan. Kaya hindi siya nakapagpadala. It is not just because there was a failure to provide financial support, Acharon should be held liable under RA 9262 because the denial was not an overt act or is not a refusal, but in fact, walang-wala siya. Wala siyang maibigay. So, anong nangyari? The case was dismissed. He is acquitted. Acharon is acquitted. Okay. So, yun. Tapos na tayo dyan. Number 2 tayo. Is homosexuality a ground to annul a marriage? Ayan. Ano kaya homosexual? With due respect sa mga viewers natin, bakla. Ayan. Gay. Ayan. So, ang pagiging bakla ba ay ground ng pag-annul ng marriage. See, this is actually the case which is very, very old, pero still pa rin landmark case, still pa rin working, still kicking pa rin po. Almelor versus RTC of Las Piñas. It's in August 26, 2008. Now, to make this story short, no, sabi nung, actually, si Almelor is the respondent. Tapos, yung petitioner na wife is yung ano naman contention ni Almelor? Ang sabi ni Almelor, hindi po yan totoo. Ayan, hindi po yan totoo. In fact, ako po ay hindi na po nakikihalubilo sa mga babae because she is a very the wife is a very jealous person. Madaling magselos. Ayan, madaling magselos, mahiling magtantrum, umiiwas siya. There was no proof or any whatsoever that he has in his possession pornographic male materials. Mga lalaki na nakaubad, wala yon. Saka wala daw katotohanan daw na nakikipaghalikan daw siya at nakipag-usap daw siya sa ibang doktor. Yon. Pero, ano ba ang issue dito? Kasi wala gustong ipag-fight talaga, although the case has no bearing in a sense na Almelor should be acquitted on the ground that there was actually lack of evidence. Ang Supreme Court nag-render ng decision on the ground of homosexuality. Pag ang bakla ba or gay ng isang husband or a father, pwede bang maging yun ang ground para pwedeng maghiwalay sila? Homosexuality ha? With respect to or setting aside the psychological incapacity. Kasi yung psychological incapacity under Article 36, malawak yan. But pag-usapan lang natin yung homosexuality kasi under those basis, ang basis daw ng ating wife ay bakla daw siya. O, ano bang sabi ng Supreme Court? Dito sa Supreme Court, sabi niya, Supreme Court rendered a decision and stated that or ruled that concealment of homosexuality is the proper ground to annul a marriage, not a homosexuality per se. Bakit po yung ganon na per se? Now, ang contention ng ating wife is daw si Almelor daw ay napapansin na daw niya na malapitin daw siya sa mga lalaki. In other words, the wife already knew that he is a little bit, homosexual. Kasi daw, mas dominant daw siya makipag-close sa mga male na group kaysa sa female group. So, meron ba concealment na nangyari? Wala namang tinatago si Almelor. Kasi, kumbaga, masyado lang daw selosa daw si wife. Pero, ang sinabi lang dito, let's say for example, for the sake of argument, kung si Almelor ay bakla or homosexual, okay? Pwede bang ma-annul yung marriage? No. Because the only thing that was cited under the law with respect to the psychological incapacity, set that aside, it's the concealment of the homosexuality, not the homosexuality itself. Kasi according sa Article 46 ng Family Code of the Philippines, any act of the following circumstances shall constitute fraud referred to in number 3 of the preceding article. We will talk about the number 3, pero fraud daw ito, concealing of a drug addiction, habitual alcoholism, or homosexuality or lesbianism existing at the time of marriage. Existing at the time of marriage. Kumbaga, hindi alam. Dito is before the time of marriage, the wife knew that her husband is homosexual. No, according to her own observation. Sa number 3, ang sabi dito sa Family Code, Article 45, a marriage may be annulled. Ayan. A marriage may be annulled for any of the following. Ayan. Number 3, that the consent of either party was obtained by fraud. Kasinungalingan, na scam. Ayan po. Ano yung na-scam? Na-scam siya kasi tinatago pala niyang siya ay homosexual. But, homosexual per se, kung example, bakla na talaga siya ever since the beginning of their marriage, kumbaga magjowa pa sila, kuwan na siya, kumbaga homosexual na, alam na ni babae, tapos still pa rin, kinasal pa rin, hindi na po yun magiging ground for annulment of marriage. So, hindi po yun magiging rason para sila po ay maghiwalay. Alright. So, last but not the least naman po, no, abandonment, no, this actually our last topic, no, is abandonment of a spouse be a ground for annulment of marriage or legal separation. Yung pag-abandon, no, inabandon yung asawa, ground ba yan ng annulment of marriage? Ayan. So, teka, this is actually Najira versus Najira. So, sorry, dapat sana Najira versus Najira. Ba't Najira versus Najira to eh? Teka, ayusin muna natin. Mahirap na eh. Ayokong magkasala eh. Ayan, teka, ayusin natin. Ayun, Najira versus Najira. Ayusin muna natin. Teka lang. Si Almilord to eh. Okay. Saka alright. Okay. So, ayan po. So, is abandonment of a spouse be a ground for annulment of marriage or legal separation? Okay. So, si Najira, si Najira versus Najira, ang pinaka main topic lang dito is hindi na sila nag-usap. Inabandon na ni husband si wife. No? Inabandon na ni wife. Kasi ang nangyari kasi dito, no, to give this summary, si wife at saka si petitioner, si wife na complainant or petitioner, asawa niya si respondent. Si wife is siyang nagtatrabaho, walang trabaho si husband. Umabot sa point na si husband nakakuha na ng work. Now, every kasi seaman. So, every time na nakakauwi si husband, nag-aaway palagi sila ni wife. All the time, nag-aaway. Parang walang patutungang away sila, hindi sila nagkakasundo. Dumating sa point na pagtatangkang papatayin ni husband si wife. Nung nasaktan ni husband si wife, tumakas na si husband, hindi na nagpakita. Nagsumbong din yung wife sa barangay, and turns out then also is nag-file siya ng kaso on the ground of annulment, mag-annulment, kumbaga gusto nang mag-divorce. Yan po, mag-divorce na po yung relationship nila, no. So, of course, yun ang pinanindigan. Ano ba ang sabi ng Supreme Court? Ano ba ang sabi ng batas, no? Sabi ng Supreme Court dito sa batas, Article 55 of the Family Code, a petition for legal separation may be filed on any of the following grounds. Check number 10. Abandonment of petitioner by respondent without justifiable cause for more than 1 year. Again, balik tayo sa case dito. Si husband, pagtatangkaan niyang patayin ang kanyang wife nung nasaktan niya, tumakas na sa bahay, umalis na, lumayas, hindi na nagpakita si husband. So, gustong mag-file ni petitioner or si wife ng annulment or divorce. Pero sabi ng Supreme Court, abandonment of petitioner by respondent without justifiable cause for more than 1 year is only a ground for legal separation. Ibig sabihin, you do not share the bed anymore. Hindi na kayo pwedeng magtabi sa same bed. Although mag-asawa kayo in the eyes of law, pero once that you file the legal separation, you are now no longer obliged to stay with each other in one house, in one bed, kasi nga inabandon ka niya. So, isa pa dito is that, sir, kung pwede pa rin po ba silang ma-annul, ma-divorce? Of course, under psychological incapacity, which is actually a separated case. Pero I just want to raise this issue, no? Again, yung issue doon is inabandon na. Kung yung ground ay inabandon location, kung hindi naman yan, pwede din mag-fall sa psychological incapacity, which is a ground for annulment of marriage. Pero syempre, yung naging ground niya is inabandon daw siya ng 1 year, legal separation na lang yung pwede niyang ma-avail. The court agrees with the Court of Appeals that the evidence presented by petitioner in regard to the physical violence or grossly abusive conduct of respondent toward petitioner and respondent's abandonment of petitioner without justifiable cause for more than 1 year are grounds for legal separation only and not for annulment of marriage under Article 36 of the Family Code. Ayan, no? So, that is our topic for our Under the Law, no? Na episode 40, no? Sana po ay marami ko natutunan sa ating mumunting discussion insofar as yung mga civil codes and other laws na available po sa atin. So, yun po, sana po ay kung may mga issues pa rin po tayo na nalalaman sa buong mundo, try po natin pong i-topic. But this is actually good na mga cases, especially yung mga kasal, yung mga inabandona, yung hindi pagbigay ng financial support. So, pwede po yan po maging liable. Hindi man lang yun napapansin, but very, very important yan. Lalong-lalo na doon sa magsisimulang mag-asawa or mag-foundation ng marriage. So, please, tandaan nyo, ang batas ay hindi natutulog at marami po bagay or way or paraan or procedure na available sa batas na pwede nyong i-avail. Pero, of course, sabi nga ni Attorney Jumrani is hindi naman kailangan maging shackle or hindi ka naman pwedeng makulong sa marriage kung hindi ka naman masaya or meron naman kailangan managot doon sa mga ginawa ng isang spouse, whether husband or wife, such as but not limited to abandonment, failure to give education to their children, failure to provide financial support, the refusal, physical abuse, economic abuse, abandonment, so on and so forth. So maraming salamat po, no? Ito po ang inyong Kuya sa Batas po, nagsasabi po sa inyo na mahalin nyo ang inyong asawa kasi mahalin nyo ang inyong asawa dahil sila po ang tunay na batas. Bye-bye!